and I want a little more. I don't want to just, what? Damn, I like you. Fuck. Damn, I just spent whatever on you. Shit, let's just. All right. And I'm just saying, I'm just like, it's unfortunate though, because what you guys don't realize is that on the way to becoming that man, like, all right, let me try to break this down. So like some women, of everybody wants to have good sex. Everybody wants to have that shit that make their fucking toes curl. Everybody want to get up out the bed after they get done fucking wherever the fucking they doing it, at the car, fucking at the park or some shit. You want to get out of that sexual session with them Bambi legs, you know what I'm saying? Like your legs shaking and shit. You over here like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody loves that, but you don't understand that you become a different person sometimes in order to get to that place, especially for the guys, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like these girls, a lot of girls want this ideal man, but they don't realize that what comes with that, you got to be a fucking savage as a guy out here sometimes. You got to lose the very core sometimes that these women want. They say they want a man that's sensitive, a man that want to be there, who watches XYZ to do all this shit, and it's like, it's not true. This is not what you want. That's not what the girls want. That's not what you want. Let's be fucking honest. You done met niggas like that. And them niggas was soft. Them niggas was too nice. Them niggas didn't have a backbone. Them niggas was boring. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of that shit. But you gotta realize too, like, if you have a guy that's in the middle of that situation, because I think about this all the time, like, and this is what I really suggest. I want to talk about this. I really suggest this shit. Talk about this shit. When you're in a relationship, especially as a woman, and you've gotten your slut phase or your sexing or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you done got your sexual satisfaction out the way. You done a lot of stuff. Now you feel nasty. You want to cherish your sex a little bit more. And you getting with a guy who wants to settle down. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times the guys that the girls are really hot for, you get drawn to and shit, them niggas don't want to have no relationship. Or you getting strung along. You know what I'm saying? But it's fun. It's fucking fun. It feels good. A nigga fuck good as shit. You know what I'm saying? But it comes with you don't understand. That nigga is a savage. And that's the very thing that makes these girls dripping. Is a savage, right? You gotta be a fucking beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a lot to go out there and go get rejected, to go get these girls' numbers, to go get to even, you can get their numbers, you can get their Instagram all fucking day. But then you gotta go through the dates. Then you gotta go have sex. Then you gotta, you know what I'm saying? And then maintaining the attraction or whatever. But as for guys, is when we spend time with girls, we get drawn. We start to get more bonded to them. It's that oxytocin, whatever. Cuddling up and shit. But it's like, I really think about this as a girl, and you with a guy. Let's say y'all about to get married or whatever, some shit. I think it's so important to talk about this. Men and women have sex differently. We just do. Point blank. Period. Now, should you end an entire family relationship or whatever because he wants to go have sex with somebody else, because you've, as the woman, had dicks coming left and right, you was able to have sex every day with a different nigga, you was able to do that shit, but because he hasn't, and now he has, let me back up a little bit, right? Let me back up, because I know I'm really triggering some people when I say this shit right here, but I need you to really pay attention and try to get out of that framework of thinking, that default framework of thinking. A lot of shit that's given to the masses, a lot of shit that's passed down for the majority of people is not right shit. It's not right. It doesn't work. That's why all the people you're around are still in the same spot. They're not doing what you doing. The system that you're working with is not working, right? The operating system your family handed down is obviously not working. Look at the fucking stats. Something is wrong. Something is going wrong here. And the internet was not around when they was still fucking up and shit. So it's not just the internet. The internet makes it a little bit more complex, but that just means that we've really got to look at shit with a microscope and the fucking little scientist lenses to see what the hell is really happening, right? So I say look, like, I say this. I say, as a woman, you should talk with your man about how he wants to have sex and how sex is, right? So as the guy, it's I think this is important too. I'm not into no cucking shit. And I think, like, I'm so curious. I want to have conversations about this. Not a lot of people are mature or even think about this thing. People are starting to get to it. But would you let your girl have sex with another nigga when you're in a relationship with her? So, if you say no, is it okay for you to go out and go have sex with all these other girls? One issue that I have is when I'm in just a straight relationship with one girl, and I know this happens to a lot of other guys, is that there are a couple things that happen. One, you may get tired of just having sex with the same girl. Or two, you may get in the mode of wanting to just have sex. And then what some girls like to have, they like to have meaningful sex, right? They love to have meaningful sex. And then the next day they want to get fucked, right? And then the next day they want to make love. And then the next time they just horny. You know, they wake up in the morning just horny. But sometimes, you know, for guys, we get into a mode. Sometimes we just so focused on our fucking business, our work, getting our whatever fucking done. Like, we just got some goals and shit we just building. And then we horny. We want to have sex. We look at our wives or girlfriends or whatever as sex objects. And then it dehumanizes them a little bit. And then the connection that the woman wanted to have isn't there because the man is just horny. He's just horny. He just want to get a nut off, you know? And then the girl wants to have a bonding moment with that. So then we got a whole mixture of some shit going on, right? So why does a guy get horny and just want to have sex sometimes? And then why does the girl here get, like, she's not in the mood? You know what I'm saying? She's just like, I'm attracted to you. I really am attracted to you, but I just feel like I feel like you're not in it. You just want to have sex with me right now. And I want a little more. I don't want to just, what? Damn. I like you. Fuck. Damn. I just spent whatever on you. Shit. Let's just fuck. Shit. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's an issue going on there. Men have a lot more, like, I just talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a high libido. A lot of girls have a high libido as well, right? You know, but more often than not, women can get attached and they get drawn to one guy specifically. A lot of times, for guys, we do get drawn and attached to women. The thing is, though, is that we want to have sex a lot and all the time and in different scenarios and stuff like that, right? For girls, you may want to have sex a lot too, but it's like sometimes you just feel nasty as a girl. You just feel disgusted, or you just want it in a different way, or you just want to. So I highly suggest you talk about these things, because for guys, for the most part, a lot of guys are predictable. A lot of guys aren't unpredictable. They're not spontaneous like you would want them to be. A lot of guys just aren't like that. So if you set these rules and talk about these things with your man or with your girl, some shit like that, you'd be fucking surprised at how things happen, because we live a long fucking life, right? You don't want to invest all this damn time into another person and then it just falls off. Then it's just like, what the fuck did you do it for? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really think about that. On the way to a man getting to that level of confidence and of abundance and having that sexual prowess, he's had to have experience. And what I'm going back to is that is a man who isn't like that. You need to make sure that you did your due diligence by going out there and putting yourself out on Front Street to go approach these women, to go make these dates and shit, to go hang out with other friends, to go out there and expand your fucking horizons and hobbies before you jump into a relationship, because that is going to give you that edge. That's going to give you that experience. You're going to have a life, a world to bring people into. You don't want to make someone your world. You want to bring them in your world. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I truly had to realize and figure out, that you should not set a life up like that, especially for young people who are just getting married or thinking about getting married. You need to think about this shit. Have you done what you want to do in life. And if not, make sure you set this shit up as a not even just a negotiation, but terms. This is my terms. If you want to marry me, if you want to be my fiance, we need to follow by these motherfucking code of ethics, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, woman, we gotta follow these codes of ethics and terms, right? I want this, and that. This is going to protect ourselves. You know what they say? Look, it's like 1 out of every million or 100,000 planes or some shit crash into the ocean. But you know what's in airplanes? Parachutes and fucking life jackets and shit like that. Why? Just in case the shit happens. You may not need this shit in your code of ethics, but it's always good to talk about it, so that in the case in the day that you know y'all just aren't feeling each other, y'all need a break, like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. They took a fucking year off, 2 years off or some shit. Do I think she had sex with August Alsina? Yeah, I think she did. I think she was getting piped down. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I may be wrong, but I think Will was doing some shit. Who fuck knows? It don't matter. But what does matter is whether or not you guys are meeting in the middle. You guys are having a mutual understanding at the situation that is before you guys. So once again, men, we gain and we mature through experience. You got to hold your nuts up and go out there and make your life and bring it to you. Approach different situations with spontaneity sometimes, so that you can be comfortable with the unknown. At the end of the day, this is the fucking wild. We're in nature. We just got a bunch of fucking buildings and shit. This is still a fucking free-for-all. Nobody gives a fuck about you unless you got your shit together. Then everybody fuck with you. When you got your shit. But when you ain't about it, when you ain't about shit, nobody gives a fuck about you. So you got to get on your fucking shit. And unfortunately, love don't live here. Love don't fucking live here. It don't cut it. You know what I'm saying? It don't. Love don't solve everything. Yeah, oh, my grandmother and my grandfather were together for 78 years. What about that? Man, shut the fuck up. That's not like... You don't know what the fuck they done had. They never stepped out of their relationship. Oh, good for them. Okay? Welcome to 2020, motherfucker. This is different. We're in a different time period. We live differently, right? Them motherfuckers had a right to each other. Them motherfuckers had to leave notes in a fucking rock somewhere in a hole in a tree or some shit. And then every 20th day out of the month they would go see, you know what I'm saying? They had different forms of communications and shit back then. You know what I'm saying? They had a telegram or whatever. I don't fucking know. But nowadays, I can send your ass a motherfucking Snapchat, you know, to keep in touch. And you can be in motherfucking China. You know what I'm saying? It's different nowadays, right? So we've got to move differently as well. That's all I got, y'all. Appreciate it.